With the first pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Jadeveon Clowney, defensive end, South Carolina.
So the tears are flowing.
6'5", 266 pounds. He's got 34.5-inch arms, and he ran a ridiculous 4.53 at 266 pounds. This kid is explosive. He flashes in every game. And what I try to tell people is when he woke up this morning in a very nice hotel room, he was the most talented defensive lineman on the planet. But really, the knock on him is that he's not always consistent. We're going to go to our own Hall of Fame defensive lineman back in Los Angeles. And Warren Sapp, you've been openly critical of this young man. What do you have to say?
I don't have a problem with him being the #1 pick, Mike, because when you look at him on tape, you see those spots and those flashes that you talk about, and you understand why he's so special. And he's a rare talent. And the only thing you got to do is look at his measurables. You don't find a young man that big, that fast, that strong every day. He's a once every 15-year talent. He's the #1 player. Houston has their work cut out for him, getting him in that 3-4, pairing him with J.J. Watt, and letting him go after Andrew Luck, because that's a task.
Thank you, Warren.
As Clowney steps up there with his new Houston Texans jersey and his new hat and his new life. The Houston Texans, who went into last season with Super Bowl aspirations. Yes. But wound up being 2-14 and able to select Jadeveon Clowney, #1 overall. Brian?
I see tears, man. Explain your emotions.
Man, it's changed my life, man. I've been wanting this dream for forever. And it's finally here, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to go out there and work hard for the Texans, man. Do everything I can to help the program.
Did all the naysaying and the hating bother you?
No, sir, man. I know what I can do on the field. I'm just ready to go ahead and prove it to these guys that's doubting me and just go ahead and work.
Playing with J.J. Watt, is that a dream come true?
This is great dream, Coach. I've been watching this guy since I've been coming up for the last few years in college. I'm just ready to be beside him and get to work.
What did Mama say?
Man, she's excited about this moment right now. She's overwhelmed, too, with me.
God bless you, man.
Mike, take it away.
Yeah, we've talked about him ad nauseum. Let's take a peek at Jadeveon Clowney. Now, when you talk about explosive off the edge, he's got length, he's got first step quickness, and he has explosion. He loves the inside swim, both in the run game and the pass. In the NFL, he's going to have to learn not to use that all the time. But here's the one thing that bothers me. He didn't have a very good game against Clemson. And when he got blocked by Brandon Thomas, he stayed blocked. So the criticism on this young man is that he flashes explosion every game, but he doesn't do it enough. And really, I think what Houston has to do is get him in that defensive line room with J.J. Watt. Their D-line coach, Bill Collar, has been around this league a long time. And I think the young man just has to understand, Mooch, how important it is not to cash the check, but become the most dominant player in the league, because that's what your talent demands.
I believe he's on the exact right team because of J.J. Watt, Bill Kohler, Romeo Crennel scheme. And he reminds me of a little bit of a guy named Willie McGinnis, who works for us right now. Remember when Willie came out? He was the 4th pick in the draft in '93. Both of these guys are 6'5". They're the same strength in the bench press. They were used strictly as pass rushers in college. In fact, Willie McGinnis, his production went down from 16 to 6 his last year, just like Jadeveon Clowney's went down from 13 to 3. People start throwing the ball quicker, started chipping, starting to get rid of it because he was a factor. Willie McGinnis happens to be the all-time sack leader in the history of the playoffs. Both are great players, and Jadeveon Clowney, to know this guy a long time ago, 3 years ago, fellas, when I was coaching the Under Armour All-American game, and he was the best kid coming out of high school. He was on my team, Mike.
Did you win?
Well, yeah, we're coming down to the last thing, and we needed a sack. I said, Clown, come over here. I need it right now, baby. Oh, yeah. Bam! Game over.